go.
All right.
Yo, what is up, people? It is me, Noah, here, bringing another comic to the scene. Her name is... It's just all right, let me divulge a little bit.
Divulge, baby.
Let me divulge in a little bit more. She is very kind. She's very nice, okay? She's funny. She's beautiful.
Ooh, baby.
I'm hitting on you because I know that her husband
is watching.
Yeah, she's watching, so you know how that
It's
goes.
all right. He's okay with it.
I like to make people feel a little jealous.
You know what I'm saying?
I like to make people feel uncomfortable.
That too. Last night, the ending of your set last night, that was a little uncomfortable.
What? Being the CEO of Big Pussy Worldwide?
The Big Pussy Worldwide.
Oh,
Big Pussy
yeah.
Worldwide.
She's got a big pussy. Stefanie.
Woo! Thank you, Noah.
So I want to start this off with promoting your mic first.
Okay.
Because I lack the promotion side. Like I need to be better at promoting.
Yeah.
Because I want people to show up to our shows, damn it.
Yes, definitely, we do.
I'm sick of not performing to people. I need people to show up. Hamtramck, Michigan.
Yep.
Bar name, New Dodge Lounge.
Yep.
Every Friday at what time?
8 p.m. the show starts.
And the show of the name. Oh my goodness.
The name
I'm
of the show.
tongue-tied.
Here, let me go ahead. Here.
Yeah, you got it.
Let me promote.
You got it, baby.
Okay. The name of the show is Fuckery Friday. It is at New Dodge Lounge, Hamtramck on Joseph Campo, right across the street from the Chuckers. So if you need a burger, go across the street.
I got one.
8 p.m. Fridays, every Friday right now. And we do need people to come out, and $25 to the comic that brings the most people in with them. So if you just want to do an open mic for the first time and you bring 5 of your friends just because you're fucking around, hell yeah, you got $25 right there.
But I just, I just hope, because I get actually a decent amount of comments of people saying like, hey, I want to come to a show, like, check it out. But I feel a little bit weird because all I do is open mic, so I'm just like, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That was more particularly when I was first starting, like a month or two ago. I'm still first starting.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, even back then, like, I had zero confidence in myself.
Right.
But now I know that I'm getting better. And so I have confidence that if anybody comes, I will do my best to make you laugh.
Right.
And I know that I'm at least going to be comfortable at the bare minimum.
Absolutely.
When I first started, I was not comfortable. I was scared shitless.
Hell yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want anybody
to see that. Yeah. You're like,
so
come see this train wreck right now.
Mustache.
Yep.
To hide my identity.
You look like baby Matthew McConaughey.
Ooh.
Brunette baby Matthew McConaughey.
He has one of my favorite movies ever made.
What's that?
Sahara.
Sahara.
Do you remember that?
With Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Oh my God, I would watch.
It was not good.
No.
It's actually, I think it won, like, what's that thing that they have? The bad movie of the year thing?
Really?
Like the Razzies? Yeah, it won the Razzie. I believe it did.
I was like 5 years old when it came out, and I would binge it. I mean, like, I had that, my parents blessed us with that portable DVD player.
Worst movies?
Oh my God, I'm gonna be so sad if it is.
Let's see what awards it has.
Oh, that's a different one.
Oh, is it?
Razzie Awards. Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah,
is it?
Okay,
yeah, that's a different. This one came out in 2005. That was in 1985. But but I used to watch it on just replay on the DVD player.
Right.
Like I would just portable DVD. Oh my God, that was a good one. I love that shit. I don't know why.
I think it won the Razzies.
Well,
Razzies. I'll keep
fuck
looking.
it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Sahara, it was kind of like a joke amongst people that they thought it was such a
shitty movie.
Just the plot, and like it didn't really have a plot. I guess. Did it?
I don't know.
Yeah, worst picture, Razzie. Yeah.
I was a 5-year-old kid, so the plot was great for me. Like
I'm like the pop culture nerd, so I kind of remember these things. So.
That's awesome.
That's a blessing because I think I've gotten so many concussions. I forgot most of like most callbacks. You could say like people my age, they make a lot of SpongeBob jokes.
Yeah.
I watch SpongeBob a lot.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
I like have one or two maybe.
Yeah.
I got nothing there. So
Yeah.
like people always, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, did you not watch SpongeBob as a kid? And I'm like, no, I did. I just hit my head a lot.
Concussed.
Yeah. I don't like the one thing I know about SpongeBob. I had a sister-in-law. My brother-in-law was married to.
Yeah.
She would not let her kids watch SpongeBob because she did not want homosexuality influenced on them. And I was like,
that show is big into that shit, bro, and I love it.
Yeah,
and I love it, dude.
It's
like, Gary, don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so funny. Yeah. And she really was like really uptight about it. And I remember I like wrapped something in SpongeBob wrapping paper for a birthday present on accident.
How dare you?
Like I didn't do it on purpose. It's just what we had for kids, you know? So I was like, oh, let me wrap this shit. And she just like,
she's like, you're evil.
She was like, this is the devil gift. And she threw it in the dumpster.
Now, not to get too deep, but is she like religious at all?
I think she was. Yeah. It's been years, but it was pretty crazy. Like,
cause
heard she went to one of those like churches that, you know, sister wives and shit.
My aunt, and my aunt and grandma, same thing, very religious, and they have the same boundaries. Like they wouldn't let us watch Wizards of Waverly Place
because they're doing black magic.
Because they're doing magic and stuff like that, and you know, such
Satanic Panic was a huge thing. Like throughout like my young life and even teenage years too.
Tell me more about that. I honestly like.
So I was born in 1980. Yeah. My parents were from Delray, which is like Southwest Detroit.
Okay.
And then my dad worked for American Airlines, and they found like he went and he had to like live in New York for a little while and fly home on the weekends and stuff to keep his job and stuff. He went through layoffs and things like that, but he just retired just recently.
Oh, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good job, Mr. Tursack.
That's it.
Mr. Tursack.
Mr. Tornsack. Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Tornsack. I've never heard that one.
There you go.
It was Step on My Knee Turd Sack when I was a child.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's probably better.
Yeah. But basically, like, my parents bought a house in South Rockwood. It was like a tax lien house that they fixed up.
Okay, yeah.
Put a pool in the backyard. Our house was the party house. Everybody came up from the city, hang out at the house. We were on the water, on the Huron River.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, I grew up with snakes and bobcats and all kinds of crazy shit running around in the woods.
That's awesome.
And in the water, like my parents put the pool in because we tried to go swimming one time in the water, and the current takes you under.
Oh shit.
You know, so it's like whoo, it's like seriously pulling you in like it's quicksand.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is like the seaweed. Seaweed is grabby.
Yeah, hit your feet.
It'll hit your feet, especially if you're a kid and you have little legs and stuff. It's like I mean, I was always a chunky bitch, but it's like it would grab me and pull me down.
Scary, yeah.
And then 3, the leeches.
Ooh.
And when I came in the house with my bathing suit on, took my bathing suit off, and I had 2 leeches on each leech on each titty and one on my pussy.
What?
Sucking away.
Why'd they choose just the fucking goodies?
Some people would pay for that type of treatment, though. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. But after that, my mom trying to figure out how to pull this goddamn leech off my pussy.
And this
is incredible.
This all leads to Satanism.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in some way.
I'm excited to see how this connects.
The Satanic Panic.
So, like, growing up, I was, in the country and everything too, but like I grew up in the 80s. A lot of the stuff like Ozzy Osbourne biting the bat off the head and everything.
Right, yeah.
Satanic Panic was really huge with that. I remember my dad was into Metallica.
Okay.
And he couldn't really like play it around us because, mom would be like, "Oh, the devil." It's
what else? Charlie Manson.
Charlie Manson. Yeah.
Was that the 80s?
Yeah.
That was in the late 70s. Or 60s.
Was it 70s?
60s. Sharon Tate.
I'm sure there was somebody killing somebody.
Well, I mean, like, there's what's his name? The Night Stalker was in the 80s. That was in the 80s, too.
And what did he do? He was
Richard Ramirez. He broke into people's homes all over like LA. Damn. He did like he was huge into the Satanism. He would even like have them like swear to Satan before he would kill them.
Whoa.
Things like that. There's an awesome documentary on Netflix about him right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, he was super into Satanism. Dude, yeah, there's so many books and things written about that guy. It's crazy.
So the 80s was big Satan time. Huh?
It was Satanic Panic. So like there were bands that were doing music and they were like, okay, that's Satan,
influencing the culture.
Yeah, and that's all that it really was. And then everybody was panicked about it. Oh, this music's gonna get in our kids' ears and really fuck them up, basically, and make them turn against God.
Sure.
Meanwhile, what's really happening in the world is people don't want to be in religion anymore. Yeah, so that's why you don't have so many parishioners and, like people's families that used to go to church don't go to church. Anyway, Satanic Panic is something that is always happening. Yeah. It happened in the 90s when I was
even
a teenager.
Pokemon. When Pokemon came out, they were like, because of evolution and shit, right? So the Pokemon evolved. So they were like, they teaching this satanic shit to our kids and all that stuff. And it's like, bro, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game, but it's fine.
It's just a game. It's just a game. But like in the 90s, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
That was the Satanic Panic that people were like, I remember being in high school and like people were taught, they're like, oh, he worships the devil. He sucks his own cock. He does this. He does that.
Remember
and
that.
it was like,
that's a blessing.
Yeah.
I
he
thought,
can suck his own cock.
Yeah. I'm like, that's great.
He's winning.
Yeah, he is.
Because
he removed a rib.
Yeah.
He removed a rib to suck his own cock. Also, he's the nerdy friend from the Wonder Years. That was the rumor too. He was the nerdy friend from the show The Wonder Years with.
Wait, what?
Fred Savage.
No way.
I know you guys don't know who the hell that is.
I'm sorry, but
that's awesome.
I was just
I'm 40.
I was just so fascinated by the rib thing. I've always heard that was like lore, like it was kind of like a rumor, like. But is it actually true? Did he really do that?
I don't know him personally, but honestly, I that was something that I thought I had heard to be true. Yeah.
I might do that. Where can I, Jade? Can you punch in? Where can I get bottom rib removal?
Yeah. Where can I get
removal?
It's the
so
pandemic.
I can suck my own dick.
Exactly. It's the pandemic.
I'll look up bottom rib removal near me.
Yeah, near me.
Yeah,
that would be
perfect.
Good. I just because I'm just.
Rib removal surgery in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, perfect.
Dr. Tim.
Dr. Tim.
He's doing it.
Yeah, just keep that one to the side and for after.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro. No problem, man. Anytime.
It had a for men page too.
So. Oh, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah, you might have to take a couple out.
You have to do it differently for a man than a woman because like they really have to get down there to lick their pussy.
Yeah.
God, you'd have to be so flexible.
You have to have 4 ribs removed just so that you can put your feet behind your
just
head.
to get to the clip, bro. Straight up.
That's fucked up. Is that
the clip?
Is that homosexual if you're doing it to yourself?
Nope.
No, that's asexual.
Asexual.
Right.
You jerk off. That's not gay.
Interesting.
People who are asexual usually just aren't into anything, but if you're just, I guess it's self-sexual. Maybe.
Yeah, there definitely needs a new term. Like if you just
SS, but I think someone's used that before.
We're onto something. Rib removal and SS.
Yeah, baby.
Wasn't it the Nazis?
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah, that was them.
Oh, shout out! We're starting out strong.
Yeah.
Nazism,
pussies,
Satanism,
and pussy leeches.
So like, and then in the 2000s, like Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
Rob Zombie had a moment.
I mean, 2000 like, so much. I mean, so many bands came out.
Made great movies too. Like
and like Slipknot got that shit too, and like anybody that put paint on their face, Mudvayne. It's all the Christian right just trying to do that thing, It's like let's just get everybody hyped about some bullshit we don't like, it's fine.
And the thing is like when you're gonna learn, it's funny because the Satanic Panic, similar to like war on drugs, similar to people trying to get rid of guns or whatever.
Yeah.
Taking stuff away from people usually like turns into them using it more.
Yeah,
what I mean? Like drugs are worse than ever because of the drug war, and it's like, and that's the thing with Satanic Panic. It's like by people forcing people to be religious, it makes them not want to be religious.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Do it out of passion.
Another fun fact about me. When I was in 4th grade, it was the first year that they started like the DARE program.
Oh.
So I was in like the inaugural class.
So you were shooting up before
DARE.
4th grade. Perfect.
They dropped that shit.
They did.
By the time they got to me.
No. You went to a different school though, because I had it.
I went to a private school.
Oh, okay.
And so basically their whole motto was don't teach them anything about the real world.
And they'll be fine.
And then when they get to the real world, they're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. My school was a little bit more real, but my parents were like, let's not tell them anything bad about life. So like I didn't know how to wash. I did not know how to wash and dry clothes. Like I didn't know how to do laundry at all.
Same.
At what age are we talking?
Like college.
Whoa.
Yeah, like the first load of laundry I ever did was in college in my dorm. And that was like the one week I didn't take it home.
You're like, wait, what do I do?
Yeah. I didn't know how to do
powder?
That. Like banking, financial shit. Like, oh my God.
That was fucky, huh? After high school, you're just like, wait a minute, I have to take care of taxes and wait, I don't even know what a tax is.
Yeah.
Like, and now I have to file out these forms.
Yeah.
I've never even seen this form. I don't know what any of these definitions mean. Like, they really set you
We do a poor job of setting our kids up.
Oh,
yeah. And like my parents got divorced when I was like 18, 19 years old, or 19 years old, I think. And so it was like that situation was kind of
of course,
bad right there. And then it's like, plus you're going into the workforce and, you know, college and everything too. And it's like, you got to figure out, how am I going to afford this? How am I going to pay for my classes? How am I going to do this?
Definitely.
It sucked, you know? And then it was like, I just had a crash course in life, and I got into, I'm an insurance rep. And I've been doing that since I was 20.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So yeah, I pay health insurance bills.
That's awesome.
Want to know how much an MRI is?
How much?
Like $3,000.
So expensive.
And so MRI, what do you get those for?
That's like when they do like the brain scan, like the whole, or you can have a whole body scan.
That's the tube that you.
Yeah, the tube.
Yes, that you can't move for way too fucking long.
Yeah.
That shit scares. I have claustrophobia.
Oh, they have open MRIs.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, where it's just you're sitting on a table and they have the thing come down on you.
You know why I have claustrophobia?
Why?
I wasn't born with it.
No, I don't think anyone. It's not like being gay.
No, it's not. It's not. And you are born gay. Anyways, but the point, my cousin Jake, he's a year older than me. So we're always playing tough. Football, just indoors, anything.
Okay.
And sometimes when we were roughhousing, he would grab a pillow and put it on my head and then sit on it.
Oh,
and so I would be flailing, try to get out, and I would just get super anxious and and I mean I was literally stuck.
Yeah.
And so it got me claustrophobic.
Heck yeah.
Because
So you're like, I can't join the Navy. We're not going on a submarine.
Well, that kind of stuff, I'm gonna be truthful. I don't really mind like submarines and stuff
But
like that.
for months at a time, dude, your claustrophobia will take over.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've never been on.
Yeah.
But I just like, I really don't like narrow spaces and like tiny little crawl spaces.
Yeah.
But if I found a hack in my life. If I'm getting paid for doing it, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or if there's like something important, like I've had to save a lizard in a tight space, that's fine. I will get over my fear to save that animal. But like, if there's no reason,
you're more fight
out.
Or flight. Like you're more you're
I
like,
don't know what I am.
Like you're like, if it comes down to it, I have to do it. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like that too. It's like. I did that with comedy. I was so nervous to do.
Oh my God.
On stage, anything,
Tell
and
me
it was like
about your first time. Like, take me through the emotions of the.
Yeah. Paint the picture.
Okay, so my first time was November 6th.
That's my birthday.
Are you kidding me?
It's my fucking birthday.
That's so awesome.
That's really cool.
That's so awesome.
It's just a coincidence.
It is a coincidence.
That's funny.
That's so weird. And that's the same night that I met Zach Nicoletti and a bunch of the other guys, Charles Hill, Jason Vest.
Yeah.
Like I met everybody that night. And I went to the Detroit Burger Bar. And my friend had signed me up with Paul. Okay. Now, my Facebook name was Stephanie Ann because I'm a middle-aged white woman. and we don't put our names out there. We're just like, oh, we're just going to drop the last name and just put our first and middle. Yeah. It's going to be so cute. And our kids' teachers can't find us.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, so
teachers should do that too.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. My friend that signed me up, he didn't know my last name because we were just like comedy buddies, just talking and stuff. Yeah. Like we met at Mark Ridley's at a show. We went to a Jamie Kennedy show there. Okay. Do you know who Jamie Kennedy is?
It doesn't sound familiar.
He's the guy from, he had the Jamie Kennedy Experience and he had Scream. He was in Scream.
I think you're right.
Honestly.
Oh, B-Rad. He's B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted.
No.
Yeah.
You have to watch that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. You've never seen that, Noah?
Malibu's Most Wanted is the best.
It's ridiculous,
Not only
dude.
have I never seen it, I've never seen this guy's face.
Do you know who Nick Swardson is?
Yeah.
Nick Swardson's in Malibu's Most Wanted.
This was like a cult classic when we were growing up,
yeah,
dude.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I never.
It is so good, dude.
Hell yeah. He's a rich kid. That's, he dresses.
He's from the Malibu, right?
Yeah. He wants to be a rapper. He dresses like that. He really is like, this is me. This is who I am. And like his dad is a politician of some sort, running for mayor or something.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, basically hires Anthony Anderson and Taye Diggs to kidnap him and like show him really what the hood is about. And they're actors, so they're really white too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he loves it, right? He ends up falling in love with the hood shit.
He ends up falling in love with that girl right there. I can't think of what her name is.
This one, right?
Yeah, the chick from Scary Movie.
Yeah. So good.
Such a funny.
Because like all of his like hood problems are like, man, why aren't you validating my parking, bro?
Yep.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
I watch that. That would be funny.
It is.
Nick Swartzen.
So funny.
He used to be.
He was my favorite for so
long.
long.
I love Nick.
Yeah.
And Benchwarmers.
Yeah, dude.
Sunscreen.
Grandma's boy.
Yeah.
My doll's a whore.
Yeah.
They don't make comedy movies like they used to.
No.
They don't make comedy movies.
I've
like
been
they
saying
used to.
this.
But let's get back to the story.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So, okay.
You're at the show. You're seeing this comic.
At the show, my friend signed me up. Yeah. I walk in, and I'm like one of the first people there, and Paul Pipitone is hosting for the night.
Yeah.
And I go up to him, and I'm like, hi, my friend signed me up. You know, I'm like all green and stuff. And, and he's like, you want to do comedy? I'm like, he's like, your friend signed you up? Yeah. You want to do comedy? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. and then from there, like, I went up. Yeah. He kept bumping me.
Of course. I mean, everyone gets bumped.
Yeah, and I needed that. I needed that because after that, the next mic I really did was after we opened up in February, and I haven't really gotten like bumped since, you know. But I kept getting bumped, and it was really late in the night, and my friend was there. She lives right around the corner from the burger bar, and I just went up there, and the bit that I did was about turning 40, and how it didn't really bother me until I went on the Taco Bell website to get $5 off on a coupon. Just get a coupon, sign up for a coupon. And when I got to the age ranges, like I'm in the 3rd tier now. Oh. Yeah. Like I'm one step away from death.
Yeah, eventually they'll just say and up, right?
Yeah,
like eventually the next one's like 55 and up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. I'm like, holy shit, it's like 40 to 54 and then 55 and dead.
Yeah.
And so like
terrible.
I did a whole thing about that, and I'm like, and then I talked about like, so even though I got really sad and I was like crying, and I got my ass in the car, and I went and I ordered my cheesy Gordita crunch, and I told the lady how what had happened, and the lady was like, she was like, girl, don't worry, we'll talk to corporate.
We'll move you down a notch.
She's like, we're gonna space it out a little bit more.
I love that.
It's so fucking funny.
I know. Imagine there's going to be a time soon where when we all hit it, where we're going to be getting that veteran, or not veteran, what do they call old person discount?
Not
veteran.
No. What's the word I'm looking for? Shit.
AARP?
Old person.
Old person? Geriatric?
No.
They have the discount.
Senior
citizen.
Senior.
Yeah.
It's so
Good
weird.
shit.
Why do we say senior?
I just wanted to say all the old people words. I'm like geriatric.
Hag
discount.
I don't know.
Yeah, you get to go order the early bird special and do stuff like that.
So you do your first mic, and then you've only been doing comedy for half a year, right?
Yeah,
November.
6 months.
6 months, and you already have your own mic, and you host it, and you do well, and you have your podcast, and you do all these shows and such. I see you everywhere.
Yeah.
How did you get your host gig, or not your host gig, but like? Is that what it's called? Like your bar that you run every Friday?
So my friend Jen, who was at the first mic with me, saw how much I loved it. Yeah. And she was friends with the bartender at New Dodge, and she was just basically like, my friend really wants to get into comedy. Wow. When we can open back up, what would you say to like doing a comedy night? Okay. And then like the thought started early on. Yeah. And then I just like, after I started doing Sanctioned by Stephanie and having everybody on the podcast and meeting people and knowing this is something that I wanted to do, I was like, let's call Louie. So we called Louie, and we actually had dinner at the burger bar. Okay. Because I was like, this is where I did my first open mic. And he was just like, you're funny. I know you can bring people in. Let's do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I mean, it's all you have to do in life is ask sometimes. And it's like, so many people have like preconceived notions. They think that like, and they have politics and whatever. Literally 2 years ago, I just was a mom that went to work all day, came home, sat with my kids all night, didn't really do much, didn't really have any outlet, you know? And now look at what I'm doing. Yeah. And I don't know how this all happened. That's my whole thing. I'm like still like trying to figure it out.
You started and you tried.
Yeah.
And you didn't stop.
And I ask and I talk to people, you know. It's like, you know, all you have to do is talk to people and make them laugh, and then they'll fuck with you. Yeah. You know?
Because that's like, I'm so new to this stuff. I haven't expected to be asked to host or anything like that. But it definitely, from an outside perspective, it seems like a great growth platform. Like, it seems like a great place.
Well, you're
to
already
grow.
taking the first step. I mean, this, of course, you're a host right now.
Yeah.
You have the experience. That was my stepping stone.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it is different than being in front of a live audience. It's not to degrade podcasts or anything, but being live on a stage with a microphone where you're holding it and there, that's so much better. I mean, it is. And I can't wait till that day where either I have my own mic or I get to do like some host gig or something, because that's just going to be so much fun. Like, because I know I got loads of energy.
Yeah.
Like, and so I know I can do a great job of hyping the crowd up for the next comic and keeping the crowd like entertained in between sets and like and coming up with something goofy to bring up on the person on stage, instead of just like, because I've been at open mics where like the host is real bland and there's like, and the next guest is blah blah blah, and
it's like a waste,
and you just put it in and then they go, and then you kind of are killing the room by doing that. You're
absolutely. You have to keep the momentum up. You have to keep the pace up. If you don't, then everyone's going to get disinterested. So I did the ladies showcase for Knuckleheads. Yeah. And that was my first like official hosting gig other than my own mic. And I lost momentum. Oh. When I introduced T-Barb, I lost momentum.
Interesting.
I had a whole thing to say about her, and I just like got up there and was like, I just dead. Blah, nothing. I still did her a decent introduction, but it was like I didn't say as much as I wanted to. I didn't give her the justice that I felt she deserved as T-Barb, because she's amazing. Okay. So went outside, had a smoke. Adam came out. My buddy Jason Vest came out.
Yeah.
They both said to me, look at the crowd. Talk to the audience.
Yeah.
You need to give it your all, and you better give Kara one hell of an introduction when she goes out there.
Yeah.
And I took what they said, and I did it. And I had the crowd cracking up. Yeah. And I gave her a good introduction, and that's kind of the kind of training you need, like on the job training. So I'm going to throw something out to you right now.
Sure.
You want to try to host? Yeah. You can host New Dodge 1 week.
That would be awesome.
I'll let you do everything. Yep. I'll let you do everything. And
that's awesome.
And you can, you can start picking up little things here and there. That'd be awesome. I know you're good at that. Yeah. Because you can rap.
I can rap.
You can rap. See, if you can rap, you can come up with anything.
Yeah.
So
the freestyle, you got to be quick-witted.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be.
But that's why I said with New Dodge, I didn't really want to be the host at first.
Interesting.
I was like, maybe I'll just have another person host. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just have some of the new guys host so that they can get one under their belt, And that's kind of like the vein that I want to do. Like, if anybody says to me, hey, can you let me, co-host with you or, host, I will let them do that, because
that's very kind of you.
When it happens, there's so much to it. People are upstairs. People are downstairs. You're running up and down. You're running around. People want to talk to me. People want to talk to, whoever the other, if the co-host is there. It's a lot. So that's why I like to have a co-host too. But last week I did it by myself and I was so worn out. I couldn't walk for a day.
Yeah. Like the one at New Way on Mondays, like Paul Pepitone, he has to bring Kara. Oh my goodness. I had a little spasm. And it's because they're going for so long. I mean, it's like 5 hours.
Yeah.
That is strenuous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we thought about doing fuckery at 7 o'clock. We've been thinking about that too. So I'm trying to figure it out. But right now we're fitting in about almost 30 comics a night.
And it's only going to be growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally only going to be growing.
Everybody's coming out. Trixie's was lit the other night.
Trixie's
Connor had,
that was
so many people and so much fun. So many people. Connor killed it.
I love when there's a room like that because it's small, right? Especially when there's a lot of people. It's tight. It's packed. The audience has no choice but to look at you
and listen to you.
They're engaged. Yeah.
Yep,
they
absolutely.
Have to. If they're talking, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And you can be called out immediately because you're so close.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that was a good night.
I like that too.
And then afterwards, we went to the bistro, which is complete opposite.
Okay, so tell me about your first time at Boogies. Because that's where I really got my start. That's like one of the first mics that I went to.
I've done it a couple of times now. The first,
I thought it was your first time. I'm sorry.
That one wasn't my first
time. Yeah, you were
time.
there with me before. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll do the first time. The first time was horrible.
Yeah.
The first time was horrible.
Yeah.
It was one of the first mics I ever even did.
Yeah.
Because I went to New Way. I went outside just to relax after my set, chill out, and John McDonald was out there.
Yeah.
And saw a guy with a mustache. I was like, "What's up, man? Mustache?
Yeah.
What's up?" And we just started talking.
Yeah.
We kind of clicked right off the bat, talking. And then he was like, "Listen, if you want to grow, you got to go to Woodward Bistro."
Yep.
He was like, "They keep it real. If you're funny, they laugh. If you're not, you're gonna be miserable."
And or you're taking your lumps and you're learning from it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "All right, sounds good." Blah blah blah. I went the next day. I went and Jesus, it was so uncomfortable.
So many people talking.
So many people talking. I felt like the mic wasn't loud enough. Like it wasn't I felt like what I was saying wasn't even getting out to the crowd.
Right. You kind of have to, amp up your voice a little bit in that room, especially when people are talking and stuff. But that room is like a battlefield. It's a battlefield for a comic because you're fighting for that attention. But if you go up there and you act like you pay attention to me, if you go up there with a good attitude, like you can kill it. You can knock it out of the park there.
So the first time I did horrible.
Right.
I mean, literally horrible. It was so depressing.
I understand.
Not like literally depressing, but like from an internal standpoint or a mental standpoint, but like from an outside perspective, like if I was somebody watching me perform, I'd be like, wow, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit. So it was kind of sad. But what I did was blah, blah, blah. Didn't let it get me down.
Yeah.
Listen to the set. I'm like, Jesus, this fucking sucks. This is what I got fixed, blah, blah, blah. Next time I come out there, I've had so many sets under my, well, it's not so many, but compared to what I
started with,
I've been doing a lot of sets. And so I've got much more comfortable.
Right.
I came out there. First thing I did was belly slid into a pile of dancing powder.
Oh my God.
And then pretended to snort it.
Oh my God.
And so that immediately got the crowd, right?
It's so great.
Immediately got the crowd. And then boom, I pop up.
I thought you were joking about that.
No, I'm serious.
That's awesome.
And then I got the crowd with that. I roll right into, when you go there, it's in Detroit, so they have to feel you up to make sure you're not got any weapons.
Yeah, they check you out.
They check you out. So I say, I'm not even a comic. I just come here for the free ball grope.
Yeah.
And then I'd go into this whole bit, and then everyone's laughing because everyone gets their balls groped there.
Yeah,
so
they do.
They all can relate. They're like, we just got our balls groped.
At Woodward Bistro, the security guard has groped many a ball. Many a ball.
And I did
and tried to grope me once. No, I'm just kidding.
He probably didn't try.
No, he's very sweet. He walks me in a car every time.
Slipped a finger.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't mind.
I'm fucking lonely out here. It's just dry like the Sahara Desert.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, my brain went to
So Woodward Bistro was awesome.
Woodward was, so the second time was fucking amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And jeez, man, it's just, that's the thing is, I'm just getting so much more comfortable.
Yeah. You just gotta get more comfortable, get out there more. I mean, I honestly, the thing that really helped me was I just said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go to every mic I can. Every mic I can. If my kids are going to bed at 7:00, like, because they do, because melatonin. But no, they seriously just go to bed early. But I'm like, they're going to bed. My husband's home. Why the hell not? Yeah. So I just jump in the car and go. Yeah. So I get the miles.
This week is the first week where I've ever done 2 mics in one day. I know that's like weird because a lot of people do that.
Mine was the night of Doolies.
Really?
The first night of Doolies. I did Doolies. I hosted Doolies.
Yeah.
We got done. I jumped in the car. Kara had just left before me. She's like, okay, I put you down. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there in 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Went right there, and I closed out the night. And there was a birthday party, and I did the birthday thing that I did last night.
Did you find that the second set was better than the first?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like...
Well, I mean, like, hosting is pretty much, all day. But I did my set because I've been preparing for things, and I'm like, I did my set first, and I was like, it was okay. But at Woodward Bistro, it was a lot better, yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like getting that first one out of the way
Yeah.
made me more prepared and just like ready for the second
It's
one.
like masturbating before sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get your nut, and then you go and get your good nut.
100%.
There you
That's
go.
a great analogy. And
it really is.
Honestly, like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And so it just, that's what I've been trying to do is like get the reps in. And I mean, dude, it brings me alive. Like, I love that shit so much. I was talking to Nick Ford last night, and we were just talking, and we were just kind of like flabbergasted, if you will. At just like, we're just like, dude, isn't this the best part of our day?
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing better than coming here, talking to your friends, getting on stage, releasing your emotions.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a good night, like, I don't let it get me down.
And the craziest thing too is like the social interaction with the other comedians. It leads to funny bits. A lot of the things that happen when we're in the parking lot at Parts and Labor, a lot of the things that happen when we're just hanging out at New Way. Some funny shit has blossomed from those moments. A lot of stuff. Like, I got ideas from different subjects that we've talked about and things like that. I know other people do too. And we've gotten a lot of good footage. Like, I mean, your whole rap was so great. Like, that's such a funny ass video. Like, I just crack up every time I think about, like, cause we're white. And you guys went for so long. It was the best. It was like, that was one of my favorite nights ever.
It's funny because that was like one of the first times, if not the first time I met JD.
Yeah.
And he brought his speaker.
Yeah, he brings it everywhere.
And I thought, like, I haven't seen him bring it in a while. And so, like, I've been sad about that because I thought the first 2 times I saw him, he brought the speaker. So I was like, every time I see this guy, I know he's going to have the speaker.
Yeah.
And he has been bringing it around. He needs to bring that speaker back. I love that.
Yeah, bring the speaker back. I actually, after he co-hosted Fuckery, I went and bought a speaker.
Oh, okay. That's
smart.
I
was like, oh, there's one on sale here at Sam's Club. Let me go get one. So I got a little mini speaker, and like, I have it at Fuckery all the time.
Yeah, it's
unless
smart.
I'm not there, I don't want to leave it there. So
of course, that's smart though, because I love a mic with that's one of my favorite things about Bistro.
Yeah,
is the music while they're bringing the people up on stage. It's a really good addition.
I love that. I honestly, if anybody's out there that is like a DJ in training that just wants to do something for fun and for free, because I don't get paid for that. You can hit me up and I will take a look at what you got or listen to what you have, and you can come out and DJ for me. But
it's smart.
Yeah,
it's smart for the person that is going to do it, because
it keeps the vibe, man.
It's not, especially when we're dealing with our passions like this. Like, it's not about the money. You got to do it for the love of the game, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of learning experiences from.
And it's super hard to do it yourself. Like, I tried doing it on my phone with Spotify on the speaker. It's too hard to do it yourself. You need somebody.
There's probably oh my god, especially you as the host. Like, you're trying to think of what's coming, and then you have to pick a song.
Booty, 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 rocket everywhere. Oh wait, did I just play Miss New Booty 3 times? You know, I'm like, sorry guys, I did not mean to introduce you all with that. Bubba Sparks in the house.
I totally understand, but I think that would be awesome if you can get that figured out with like a DJ coming out there. Oh
yeah, we'll figure something out.
I love
YouTubers. Hit me up
for real. I love the bar that you hosted at, because it's the only bar that I've been to with the Upperdecker.
Yeah.
And not that it's like packed out too necessarily yet.
Yeah.
But we are also in the middle of like some kind of, global thing.
Right.
The panty.
What's going on?
That would tamper down like audiences as well. It would be so amazing to have that bitch packed, people hanging over the railings.
Yeah.
Like,
even half capacity is 160 there. That's half capacity.
And so all the viewers, if you are in the Michigan area, please come out, support us.
Trammy.
At the minimum, you'll have good time laughing.
Yeah.
At the minimum.
Yeah, for sure. And then like every first and third Tuesday I do Doolies too now. And that's going to be that's a fun one. I think that was a fun one the first night. I'm hoping that continues to be a fun time, because it was and I can do the double dip every time. I can go to Woodward Bistro afterwards, because I know Boogie will be like, "Hey, come on, girl." Yeah. We actually did a party together over the weekend. Was it last weekend? I can't remember. For Bird.
With Boogie?
Yeah. And we were sitting there together for like 3 hours waiting for this party to start. Yeah, it was so fun. I mean, there's just so many different times where you just like, you think that you're going to hate your time, that you're, like, I have to sit here and wait,
Sure.
But sitting there with Alton and talking to him, like it made it all the much better. And like I was just like, you know what? I seriously, that guy, he's such a class act. I dig him so much. Like there's so many people like JD, Jason Vest, like all those guys. And of course you and Zach and Kara, like everybody, just awesome people, man.
I agree. They're I know I was thinking about that earlier, like about how, you know, there are a lot of very nice people in the community, and you know, I'm in it so fresh, so I don't know everything, but so far my experience has been pleasant, and you know, that's something that's not guaranteed. Like I was honestly expecting it to be a complete shit show where it's going to be a room full of assholes and I'm not going to talk to anybody and I'm just going to sit by myself for hours to wait to get on my set and then get off, and then there's going to be people giving me mean mugs, and like that was kind of the expectation. Like,
I thought people were going to be like, who does this bitch think she is? Go back home and do PTA shit. You know what I mean? Like I really thought, and then the thing is that like, you know, I met some people in the beginning that like were really, really cool and just dug what I was telling them. Like, I've been locked in my basement for months. I need to do something. You know, I've been writing stuff. I'm gonna go do this. You know, and just 2 supportive people leads to 5,000. You know what I mean? We have so many people that are just right there for you.
I've noticed that too. It's like, I've noticed that, I don't know if it's just because I'm becoming more friendly with everybody, but I just feel like the more time that I spend around everybody, like our bond as an entire group is just getting stronger. Yeah. I don't know if that's just like something because I'm hanging around more. Yeah. Or if we're genuinely growing together. Yeah. Creating a bigger bond. Like, I don't know, but it feels like we are.
When you start walking up and now everybody's like, hey, Noah, hey, Noah, hey, Noah. It's a good
feeling.
You know that you're like people, and when people laugh at you too, it's like they start to pay attention to you more.
Sure.
And that's kind of what happened. Like, you know, I made a couple people laugh and started paying attention to me. So it's like, it just happens. But yeah, it's crazy. It's been a whirlwind. My husband's like, holy shit, I can't believe this. You know, my brother came to Parts and Labor last week. So that was my first family member that came out.
How was that? That sounds crazy.
He was just like, Steph, you're so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I just was like, I love you so much. Thank you for coming out. And he's a nurse and he's vaccinated, but you know, very paranoid about COVID for his family. So he kept his mask on the whole time, but it really helped. It made me feel good. Yeah. And I'm hoping my dad comes out soon, but you know, he's being very cautious with COVID and he's an older man with old balls.
My mom came. My mom came to my first show.
Yeah, she did.
And I didn't sit next to her or anything. Yeah. Like we came
You can't.
We came in separate.
Yeah.
And like she sat across the room and like I would like peek over and just be like,
so cute.
I don't know her. Because like I didn't want anyone to know like, oh, my mommy's
here.
Yeah. I love that though. Like
it was nice.
My friends have been super supportive. All of my friends have come out at least once, you know, to come see me. I mean, people that one girl came out to Parts and Labor that I hadn't hung out with in years. Damn. Just because we had kids and then it's like we kind of got away from each other. Yeah. And she came out to Parts and Labor and she had a blast, you know? So it was like, I love when people enjoy what we're doing. And I mean, like, it's just so much more encouraging. It makes you want to keep creating.
Oh, yeah. I love bringing new bits to the stage. Yeah. I bring new bits every time I go, but
I bring new bitches to the stage.
I wish I had that many bitches. I don't, sadly. I got like 1 or 2 in Nebraska. Yeah. But you know, they don't travel. Yeah. I have to go to Nebraska and it's just this whole fucking
Why Nebraska?
I don't know. It's just I have this high density population.
Okay. Yeah, of corn lovers.
Yeah, fans in Nebraska for some reason.
Got it. But fuck bitches,
they
get
taught
money.
me how to ride horses. Yeah. But where was I going with that?
Horses.
I don't know where I was
bringing new bits on stage.
New bits.
Oh, I love that because that's what gives me the thrill these days. Like, it's weird because like since I'm getting so comfortable, if I bring old bits on stage, like sometimes I don't even like the bit anymore. Right. So I'm just like, fuck that bit. I don't even like that bit, even if it does well. Yeah. Like I just and I don't feel it. I'm like, fuck that bit. I'd rather bring a new bit that it's like. This is what I'm on now.
Yeah, definitely. Something completely different.
And
always
something
life relatable is always what makes me laugh. Like, you have to think the audience is filled with so many people.
Yeah.
So many different walks of life.
Yeah.
They different sexualities, different living situations, and you just got to think of stuff that will make all of them laugh.
Yeah.
Make them all laugh, because if you can't make everybody laugh, at least one time in an audience, like, you have to try to make them all chuckle and laugh. It's so much that's my goal. I try to make everybody at least chuckle at me once.
It's funny because we all bomb, right? We all
bomb. Yeah.
And I read this article. It was like a few page article posted in the MCN, and it was about talking about bombing. Did you read that too? And I have actually used shit from it that has worked.
Yeah.
The talk to and with the audience when you're bombing, that fucking works.
Yeah. It
really does. It gets them engaged because especially if you are asking questions and really pointing out at them, because they have no choice but to pay attention to you when you call them out.
Yeah.
They're like, what? Oh shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so they get the eyes on. And then if you are doing that all across the room,
right.
Boom, boom. Now you just engaged the entire room by boom, that corner, this corner, this
Everything.
corner in front, boom, boom, boom. And then you got them back. All right, let's try material again.
Right.
And it works.
It does. It works.
Fucking works.
Yep. It does.
Crazy.
It does. And the other thing that that I liked I like to do now. Yeah. I keep reminding myself Jason's voice that night at the ladies' show.
Okay.
Look at the damn audience. Talk.
Oh yeah.
Talk right to them.
Eye contact. Yeah.
Talk right to them, because I like to look up. I love to look up. I'm probably looking
down.
You like to look down.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like, try to just keep it at the eye point and
I agree.
Deliver it, just as good as you can.
I agree. I noticed that the times I'm doing the worst, I'm looking down or I'm looking to the side.
Yeah.
And I'm not engaging eye contact with the audience. Like,
the first night I tried it, I got off the stage at New Way. I walked off the stage because of that damn light. Because I was like, I need to look at the crowd and I can't see them because of this light.
It's truth. That is the truth about New Way.
That was the first night that I actually felt really good about it. I was like, I actually sat there, talked to people, delivered it. I was cocky.
Yeah.
I'm not a cocky person, so it was like, but I went in there and I played the role and I did what I was supposed to do. And that was the one time that I just was really confident about it. And that's when I was like, you know what? Whatever makes you feel comfortable, do it.
Yeah, totally.
Like at Ridley's, I had the stool was way too close to the mic stand and I was walking around it and I should have moved it.
Okay.
It's like I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't great. It was like, and I was like, I didn't think my first time there was going to be great, but I mean, I almost fell off the fucking stage because I was wrapped around the cord and the damn, the stool's there too. So make yourself comfortable.
Totally.
Always take your time because they're going to let you do your time.
Oh my God. Isn't it so important to take a breath?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Before you start.
Well, even in the middle of your set.
Even then too.
Take a fucking breath.
I always get yelled. I always get told to wait for your fucking laugh.
Yeah.
You deliver that punchline and you don't wait for your laugh. Sometimes, so many people tell me that, and it's like I have to learn how to pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was I was watching this Louis C.K. bit when he was 21, okay? And it was really fast. He was speeding. It was still his voice. It was still him. You could tell that it's a Louis that we all know and love.
Yeah.
But it was really fast. And I was reading the comments to see I don't know, it's fucking what we do. And it said, slow down to 0.75. Oh my God. Sorry. Slow down to 0.75 speed.
Okay.
You'll be amazed. You slowed it down to 0.75 speed. It sounded like 45-year-old fucking Louis.
Right.
Wow, that's cool.
Nice.
And that night, when I saw the video, I had a mic and I went and did it. And I didn't even bring material to the stage. I just told myself, go 75% speed.
Yeah.
And I fucking did really well.
Yeah.
I did really well.
Yeah.
I felt just like I was in control.
Yeah.
And I wasn't letting my words be in control of that. Because sometimes the words just come out. And
that'll cause you to have anxiety too.
Yeah,
you know?
you're not controlling the words.
You got word vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The clock is the thing that I fixated on first. I think
In
I
which
got it.
way?
And so many people it bothers me now looking back at how I was with it. I was so obsessed. Like, I got to get this 5 minutes. Then I got to get this. I got to get 7. I got to get 10. I got to get 15. I got to do this. Don't fixate on your time. Don't fixate on the clock. Like, don't worry about it. Honestly, showrunners, if you're doing good and you have a 10-minute set and you go over to 15, they're going to let you go if you're doing good. Just make sure your shit is right. You know, don't look at that clock. Don't worry about it. Don't set yourself limits. I mean, sky's the limit. You know, that's what I say. And you just got to keep going.
I agree with what you say. I actually hate when there's a clock that I can see. I hate it. I don't want to see 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
When I know I have 7 minutes. It sucks because it snaps me out of my vibe.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Now I have, like, instead of just flowing, I just broke my flow.
Yeah.
Because of a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I like just getting the light and then being like, oh, okay, I got to end soon.
Yeah. Like what the first time with a clock was at Rusty Nail open mic when they had the 3 open mic spots after the show.
Okay.
And it was me, Zach Nicoletti, and Ryan Brown. Yeah. And when Zach went up first, and the crowd was rowdy, they weren't paying attention, nothing like that. But I didn't even realize the clock was there. And a couple of times I've done shows for Knuckleheads, like I forget the clock's there, you know.
Yeah.
But like I glanced down and it just completely was like numbers, and then I just stopped, you know. And I was like, okay, that's when you take a breath and you have to like recollect.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time I was like kind of slow in my bit because, like I said, I was always one of those people trying to get everything out. I'm a very wordy bitch. I need to cut. So I went through and I've cut out so many words. You know what?
I was telling you before the show, one of my favorite quotes. I'll tell you another one of my favorite quotes. Omit oh shit, great. Oh, how are you going to ruin a fucking quote, guy?
Your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite. It's basically along the lines of omit useless words.
Okay.
And it's just beautiful because it's like...
Except fuck and shit and damn and stuff.
Well, those are useful.
Yeah, they are.
Those are useful.
Yeah. Fuck is a noun, a verb, an adjective.
It's a sentence enhancer.
But like, for example, like there are phrases that we use in everyday life that first say are 6 words.
Right.
But there's a phrase that is also getting the same emotion out that's 1 word.
Right.
So omit useless words. Use the other phrase that's just 1 word.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to say 6.
Right.
And you're getting the same emotion out because all words are vehicles of emotion.
Right. Exactly. And if with stand up, if you're way too wordy, you lose people. You lose them
fast. Too.
So quick.
10 seconds. If you go on stage and you're not even like. I mean, we all see it. We go to mics almost every day. We see people go up on stage and lose the audience in less than 10 seconds. And people are just like, great, we have to sit through this 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to see this.
When I have the waterfalls bit. And when I first did it, it was an entire song.
Oh, wow.
It was long.
Like 2-3 minutes?
It was like 5 or 6 lines. Like I did the whole chorus pretty much.
Okay.
So then I cut it down to like four lines.
Sure.
And then I did it in Battle Creek at the old JB Whiskey's mic. Okay. And I went with Jason Best. We did a turn and burn and went right after work, went to Battle Creek, came right back after the mic. And that was such a fun night. That was the night that got me really hooked, you know, because it was like it was exhilarating to have that. But after that, he was like, shorten it. I'm like, well, how short? And he's like 2 lines. Sure. And I said, you're right. It was an entire song. Now it's like half a chorus. And that's the best thing to do is like cut out the fat. Cut the fat, get to the point. You know?
It's beautiful. There was this book I read by Stephen King. It was called Stephen King on Writing.
Yeah.
And you know, a big part of that book was about cutting the fat and like I believe he said something like 30% of his first drafts he cuts at the minimum.
Yeah.
Like he starts at like 30%.
Yeah.
And then if necessary, he'll cut more.
Yeah.
And you know, it's very important. We were talking before the show about reading. It's very, very important. It will make you better.
It's fundamental.
It is. You learn things. I mean, I'm reading this one book. It's very tiny. It's like 70 pages.
Yeah.
It's called The Elements and Style of Writing.
Yeah.
It's not even about comedy. It's about writing because that's the basis of what comedy is.
Yeah.
in some major ways. Is writing. If you don't know how to genuinely write and you don't understand the rule book of writing,
you're never going to be able to go out in there and just riff and roll if you don't have a basis.
I think that there are exceptions.
Some people,
there are people that say that they go on stage and they just freestyle. I'm like, wow, kudos to you.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I also, as much as I have an appreciation for that, I also love a finely crafted joke.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at those yet. But I will be. I just started.
Well, you're very young. I mean, like, and honestly, like, I'm 40 years old doing this, and it was just something that I just always wanted to do. If I was 21 doing this, I wouldn't have done this. I would probably have been the drunkest person at the bar, having every guy, drive me home and take care of me because I'm a fucking train wreck, And honestly, that's what it is. And it's like now, it's like, okay, I have more maturity. I have more. I'm like, I'm a grown ass bitch. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing, So it's kind of like, I think this was the perfect timing. I was talking to Kara about this on my podcast. Yeah, she says the same thing. 15 years ago, if I would have done this, but now I'm like, I'm mature and I know what's going on, and I'm not going to be out there drinking all the time and stuff. Yeah. And that's kind of how like I look at it too. So now is the time. It feels really good to be getting recognition from people. Yeah. I still am like, oh, please like me, but I'm like, oh, maybe they do, So, but yeah, like I don't think I could have done this even 5 years ago. I was really heavy. I was like 600 pounds almost, like 570 something, I think, at my biggest. And I had bariatric surgery because I really wanted kids. I couldn't get pregnant.
Wow.
So doctor was like, you're unhealthy as fuck. You have diabetes. Like, yeah, you need to like lose some weight. Yeah. So I had bariatric surgery. I had gastric sleeve in 2012. And
what's that?
Gastric sleeve surgery is, okay, so bypass is like they reroute your stomach so that you bypass the stomach altogether. Damn. So people eat and then it goes right into their intestinal system. It's
instead of like burning it and making it into calories that you store as fat.
Right. Yeah. So you can't really eat fat. You can't really eat like sugars. You get this severe thing called dumping syndrome with that. Well, around that time, they came out with this gastric sleeve, and that's basically they cut your stomach to a pouch of 4 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just have a smaller stomach in a way, right?
You can still eat the same kinds of things. It's just you're eating small things. Like I eat kids' meals. I eat kids' meals for like if I go get a Happy Meal. I mean? Like I eat kids' meals. I can still eat shit, but like I have to eat smaller portions.
Interesting.
And I can drink a lot too. But like liquids are pretty unlimited. Like you can drink water all day.
Piss.
But I lost. So now I'm like 250. Okay. Yeah, I'm not thin by any means, but this is kind of the body I'm built for, so I'm really comfortable in my own skin finally. Yeah. And this was the time that was like, I have to do this. Yeah. So like I lost like the 250 pounds in like 6 months. Got pregnant right away. Had both my babies back to back, 2 years apart. And then finally started losing the baby weight because I did gain weight back because of the babies.
Yeah, of course.
Lost the baby weight and then just started gaining more confidence. And then I did my other podcast. I started a podcast called She Unit. And we did that for like a year and a half. It was She Unit.
That's a really good name. I like that.
Yeah. And it was really fun. It was like one of the best. And it made me feel like I was creating something. We had people over sometimes and have a guest, or the 3 of us would just talk. Yeah. And I loved it so much. And it brought the 3 of us together. But then like with COVID and everything, we kind of all just fell apart. So it was like, don't want to do the podcast anymore.
Understandable.
So I just was like, why not? This is the time. This is the time to do it. So that's kind of been my journey. It was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of popular in high school. I was a cheerleader. I played 3 sports. I played tennis, volleyball, and softball. And
you were hitting home runs in softball.
Oh yeah. I got a write up in the Monroe County paper.
Damn girl.
I got a triple against Summerfield.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
I sucked at baseball.
Yeah.
But I remember, oh my God, this was literally tormenting. Okay. I sucked at batting. Like I wasn't very good. Like if I hit, it was going in the infield or rarely like into the outfield.
Okay.
Never homers, never even close.
Yeah.
Right? Very small guy. Yeah. And I get up to plate. One of the fucking dads chirps me. And he's like, oh, great, this guy again?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
That's classic, though.
But guess what happens?
Yeah, what?
I size up the pitch, and I fucking crush it to the outfield.
Yes.
Like, the deepest
What a
hit that I
moment.
ever hit.
Yeah.
I didn't hit a home run, but I got to second base, and I was just like, fuck you, guy. That was my band teacher, too.
No, it wasn't, dude. That's fucking perfect.
My band teacher.
He was like, this guy again? Really?
You were like, suck my trombone, bitch.
Exactly. And, not to throw dirt on this guy, but the guy was a scumbag. He got expelled from the school because there was porn on his work computer.
This guy again?
Yeah, so
I bet it was
asshole?
pictures with Noah's head painted.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy was such an asshole. I just had another memory pop into my head.
Okay, what happened?
So band class, blah, blah, blah. It's like one of the first weeks of school. I wanted to play drums. He said, absolutely not. You're playing trumpet. I'm like, great, thanks, dude.
Okay.
So I'm playing trumpet, weeks in, blah, blah, blah. Come in. I didn't study for band practice. You have to clock your hours. I was like, fuck you, guy. I'm not playing trumpet.
Right.
He grabs my sack lunch and whips
I
it
thought he
against
said
sack.
sack.
Yeah. You got to call it a lunch only.
No, sack lunch. It's
lunch.
It's very specific.
But he whipped
the
it.
brown thing. He whipped it at the wall.
Oh, shit.
My applesauce exploded. My ham sandwich. Like,
violence.
Literally, my entire lunch was all over the whiteboard and the wall. And
How did he not get canceled for this?
it gets even
Oh,
crazy.
okay,
It really
okay.
gets crazier.
Okay, go.
I don't know how he didn't get fired, but he grabs me by my neck.
No.
And he's like choking me. And
Fuck.
I'm literally crying because
man.
I'm a kid. I'm in middle school. This is a grown man choking a child.
Yeah,
So I'm in
absolutely.
pain. I'm
Yeah.
scared. My lunch is on the wall. There's all this stimulation. I'm literally crying. Everyone in class is like, what the fuck? He lets me go. I run out of the class. And I run straight to the principal's office. A few kids followed me. We went to the principal. Guess what? They didn't believe us.
They didn't believe
Of course
you?
not.
They didn't believe us.
Oh, my God. Wasn't your neck red?
I mean, I don't know. But
Yeah.
they literally were like, you guys are not telling the truth.
If a kid comes out of nowhere, like crying and distraught, you have to pay attention.
How
I'm
crazy.
sorry.
And I had
And
backup.
you're young. Like, these people should have been. Where
I
is
had
this
backup.
Private school, though.
Private school.
Sterling
Private
Heights.
school.
They can do what they want.
Okay, yeah. They're just like,
Crazy.
we beat our kids here.
Yeah. Sorry.
We choke them out until they're blue and they pass out.
Fucking crazy.
The friends got to carry them down to the principal's
If that happened in my
office.
school, the whole school would be on fire from the parents. Dude.
Right.
That'd be crazy.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It was
So funny.
insane.
Oh my God.
It's funny looking back,
Yeah.
terrifying in the moment.
Yeah, like the worst that I ever had with teachers was like the guy teachers would like if I wore a low cut top, they look down there. Yeah, I've had tits since I was
You
9.
said they looked down there?
Oh yeah, they would look down there.
No,
Like, well, they come and when they walk down the aisle
Yeah.
and you got all the desks and everything, and it's just
Yeah.
like, and in the 90s it was just so like blatant too. Like
So
'cause
normalized, yeah.
there was no Me Too movement.
No.
So like we
was-
actually
yeah.
we had some guy teachers. I mean, there were some rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I believe it.
guy
Well, and even
teachers-
with what you said too, right? With Noah's situation, like parents didn't believe kids back then too. You know what I mean? It's like if you were like, hey, the teacher was looking down at my boobs, like they would never believe you at all. You know what I mean? It was very rare.
That's terrifying.
Fucked. Yeah.
That just reminds me of when I told my mom I was molested and she really didn't believe me.
No, it happened to my it happened to my fiance too. Straight up.
I mean, it happens to a lot of people. It's terrifying that it's kind of gonna be something that I take in the future for my kids. Like,
Yeah.
Really don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, even if they are a child, like that. No, I don't believe that. Maybe some kids, but
I do that with my kids. Like my kid will roll up
like that.
My kid will roll up with some dumb bullshit to me, and I'll be like, "Okay, let's investigate.
Yeah, let's try to
let's see if this
decipher.
is real." He'll come up to me and he'll be like, "Mama said that you are a bad mom and that I don't have to listen to you." And I'm like, "Okay, kid, when did she say this?" And then I
Right.
just I try to investigate it.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, and he tries to do that, and then I'll go to my husband and I'll be like, "Hey, text your mom. Did she say some shit about me?" And he'll be like, I'm not even gonna open that can of worms. Who cares? And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But I'll tell my kid, you can't cry wolf.
Sure.
You can't cry wolf.
Stuck with me my whole life,
That
man.
is so big.
Yeah.
It's so big. And I've seen it countless times. I know I'm very young, but I've seen it countless times where people do cry wolf. and then they actually do need help.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dude, come on. Like, I can't trust you. Like, you've cried wolf so many times. Like,
I've told him that story so many times. Yeah, I've told him that story so many times, and then it's like, and then like something does happen, I'll say, see, this is why I didn't believe you, because all those other times you told me this, it wasn't true.
It makes it hard, and of course it's not fair, but life isn't fair.
No, not at all.
You gotta learn these things, because there will be moments in time where you do need it. You need, whatever it may be, help or just someone to talk to. But
and the other thing I do with my kids is I try not to pressure them too much. You know, like I don't make them have like a certain time to eat. You know, my oldest son is very picky, so I'm like, you can eat whenever you want. He eats like so slow. It takes him like 2 hours to eat a Lunchable. I'm not even kidding.
A Lunchable?
Yeah, he'll eat like one, walk away.
Oh my goodness.
Go play Minecraft, come back. You know,
that's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does that.
So like, I don't really like. I try to keep it at a half an hour instead of 2 hours. But he's. And then the other thing, I just try not to pressure them in general, because it's like everybody learns differently. Everybody's, you know, my youngest son is autistic, so it's like he's 5, but he acts like he's 3. I mean, so you have to have patience. I think a lot of like all of that, being a mom, going through, you know, life kind of as a chunky girl, and people telling you that you're not, you know, you're really fat and stuff like that. Like, I think all of that has kind of just contributed to why, like, I can find like little funny stories and things to like go off of. Yeah. Cause it's like, I've lived a life. So, and you guys, honestly, you young guys all impress me. Like, cause you pick up the things that I wish I would have picked up. Like, I've been bitching about grass shit forever. And Steve Kaz does a whole bit about it, you know, about, you know, so I'm like when I see you guys on the stage and everybody does their own little thing, it's like, man, he's right. Like, I wish I would have fucking picked up on that. You know what I mean? Or I would, like, what a good bit.
And and this is a great point, and it's a great transition. A lot of times I'll find those similarities in life while I'm writing on a blank page.
Yep.
Now, sure, every now and then I get a good idea just from the ether, of just Brainville.
Right.
But you can't rely on that. That's unreliable. You never know when it's going to come, and it may be a long time. There may be lulls of a long time where it's just like, where's this idea? I need an idea. I'm running on the same bits. And so if you get into that practice of doing the empty page shit, you'll get good at just boom, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a beautiful thing. I'm so blessed to be able to go up on a stage for free at an open mic and be able to even try.
Yeah, and like you told me earlier, you had no clue that there were like bar open mics and stuff. I had no idea. I had no idea for 40 years. No clue. Until the last like 6 months. I had no idea. And it boggles my mind. I'm like, this is just so amazing. It's so cool.
Yeah, me too.
But like the whole thing is like, you know, I live a real life. I'm not rich by any means. We're barely middle class. My husband hasn't worked in a long time right now. But I took all of the things that like made me upset, make me angry or pissed me off. And I feel like I turned tragedy into triumph with it. And every time I take something that starts off with like an angry situation, something that my husband did that pissed me off, or, you know, something that I'm dealing with, the kids, whatever. If I can take that and make it so that I laugh at it and other people laugh at it, it's so fucking cool. It's the coolest feeling ever. I stay up till 3 a.m. after some mics. If I have an exhilarating night, I can't fall asleep. The adrenaline's I'm a junkie with it, you know?
I was up till 2 last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And it sucked because, you know, it's a horrible way to live, honestly.
I know. I'm like, no wonder comedians do coke.
Yeah, truthfully. Like, I woke up this morning and I felt like complete shitballs. I was just like, wow. I feel like I'm hungover and I didn't even drink. I was just like, God damn it. I have to start the day right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is what it is. And we pushed through. But, and it sucks because I don't know why I'm like an old man. Like if during quarantine and stuff, 9 o'clock bedtime.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like
I'm
old as fuck when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Well, when you're locked in the house, it's like, man, what do I do? Am I just going to sit here and drink all night and get stoned? Like, or am I going to go to bed?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'll go to bed at 8:30.
Yeah. But
it was a different animal, though. That was a whole different animal. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. Like, you'll have days like that.
Yeah.
But you'll never have a whole fucking week like you did.
Weeks, months.
Yeah.
Year.
Yeah. Like,
that was fucked.
So fucking crazy, man.
I'm so happy
I was scared to drive on the fucking road at first. I was
Really?
like, are we allowed to be on the road?
The first couple days, dude, did you come in the first couple days, Noah? Because I remember...
Bro, I remember I took a break from coming into shop.
Yeah.
Because I was scared. I was even scared to come here.
Okay.
Corona was so scary to me.
Nobody knew what it really even was.
I just thought you went outside, you died.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, you would be coming. I'm 10 minutes away from here. You wouldn't see a single fucking person.
So, like, how much did you feel like you were in an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
The whole time.
Yeah,
it would be
for real,
because it was also like, you got to remember, it's like spring, so you got a lot of foggy days and rainy days and shit.
That was terrifying. It was like we were in a movie.
Yeah, so scary.
Yeah.
And I smoke, so I'm always in that weird foggy headspace too. So
it was so wonderful though, going 80 on Mound. I don't know.
I missed that.
Take Mound,
I did hear.
But like, it's a 50-mile-an-hour limit.
Right.
You can get away with about 60.
Yeah.
But in Pandy, when it was like full-fledged, no cops, no cars,
nobody.
You're going 90.
Yeah.
And there's just nobody to be seen. That was wonderful.
Yeah, I remember we went back to the office like in June 1st.
Yeah.
And we actually had to have a letter with us to say that if we got pulled over by a car that we were essential workers.
Damn.
For health insurance.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny to me. I'm like, you think the ambulances people, no, insurance people. But everybody needs their insurance. Everybody needs to see doctors because they have COVID.
Especially them.
But yeah, like I drive the Southfield Freeway to Southfield every day from Downriver.
Yeah.
I am the Downriver Diva. We forgot to mention that.
Oh, damn. You can't forget that shit,
The
baby.
Downriver Diva, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the pierogi prince.
You're the pierogi prince?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so Polish, too.
You are?
I'm Polish and Hungarian. My dad's full Hungarian. My mom is like Polish and Scottish, but mostly Polish.
That's great.
My grandfather on her side.
You're Polish.
Yeah, my grandfather on her side is full Polish. So
yeah.
But you have to come down if it happens this year.
Yeah.
You have to come down to I can't even think of the name of the church now, but it used to be called Mount Carmel. But they have the big Polish church festival there with the polka people, like Polish Muslims play.
What was it? Is it the sausage one?
It's not like a sausage.
Okay,
this is just a church. This is just a church thing. Like a church festival.
It's funny because I'm thinking of a different church festival. Festival that's Polish, and it's literally like this sausage fest.
Yeah.
In a parking lot of a church.
Yeah.
And then they bring like a carnival out, and like they serve like sausages.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, this place has all the Polish food. They have pierogies.
Yeah.
How did my grandmother say it? Pierogi. Like I can't even pierogi. And I'm like, okay. They have like potato pancakes and all the sauerkraut and sausage and all that stuff.
So brats.
Yeah, it's a fun time, but my dad's part of the like Polish club.
All right.
In Wyandotte, so that's one place that we will have to go someday.
I'm down.
Yeah.
And I can go too.
They have
the blood.
Yep, and they have these things called polka cherries there.
Yeah, polka.
Yeah, polka cherries, and they're just soaked in like Everclear, like maraschino.
Oh, get out, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's always that's like the that's like the initiation.
Yeah, you get fucked up off them cherries too, bro.
Well, people always just bring you like a bowl of cherries, and you can eat as many as you want. I mean, they taste like fire.
My Puerto Rican aunt, Puerto Rican aunt, she does this beautiful thing every Oh my God, I almost said 7-Eleven.
Okay.
I meant 4th of July.
Okay.
4th of July.
At least if you said 9/11, then I'd be like, okay.
Every 9/11,
you guys celebrate 9/11?
She makes fire. Yeah. She makes these graham cracker towers and throws Hershey bars into them.
Comes in on an airplane and really no. 4th of July, she soaks pineapple. In
that's
rum.
awesome. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you just
that sounds
fucked
banging.
up on these pineapples. It's so good.
Yeah. But that they have the Polish bands there, the polka bands. Polish Muslims is one of them. They have all kinds of. But I love it. I love my heritage. We have a Hungarian restaurant right down the street from our house.
I don't think I've ever had Hungarian food.
Yeah. So Hungarian food is like they have stuffed cabbage too.
Okay.
You know, they do goulash, which is basically like a beef stew that they serve over spatzel, like the little dumplings. And then my favorite and the one thing that I really make like for my family is chicken paprikash, which is Hungarian chicken and dumplings. It's like a creamy sauce and paprika, lots of paprika in it, but it's really good. That's. I was a big cook. Like I was 600 pounds. I was a big cook. So
I almost when I was leaving high school, I almost joined like
culinary.
Yeah.
I almost joined the culinary arts because you know, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I literally almost became a chef.
Yeah.
Well, you're lost. You're just like
don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're reaching and pulling in every direction.
Yeah.
But I was like so close to moving to California and like working in this kitchen. I'm so happy I didn't do that.
Okay, so like I probably would have wanted to be a chef.
Yeah.
But my thing that I did was teaching. I was like, I'm gonna go to school and be a teacher. I'm gonna be a teacher. And
didn't work out.
No. I'm a college dropout. So,
that's okay.
But I tried
that's really not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, I learned so much more just from, like, being out in the world than any time at school.
College is pretty whack, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it can be helpful in certain, like, categories, but, like, I definitely think a lot of people waste their time.
Yeah, I always said that, like, college never helped me educationally, but it did help me become the person I am. Like, it helped me open my eyes to, like, different people's point of views and stuff like that. But I think it's great for that. I think it's a good thing for people to go in. But I would say even like having a job in sales could do the same thing. You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely. I know like some of the smartest people I know are salesmen.
Oh, salesmen.
You know, it's like because they know everybody and they absorb that information from everybody. Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely.
But yeah, like I wanted to be a teacher or a lawyer or whatever, and I just was like, I hate school, man. I hated it. And then it was so expensive, you know?
I know. I can't even believe
how much.
How outrageous the
fucking
price.
Books.
For like one class, it's like $2,000.
I worked in the bookstore so I could get a 15% discount because my mom was like, you need to have every discount, every advantage you can have because these books are $300. And it's like
crazy.
Yeah.
Is that we have libraries.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People don't really know this anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can literally, you can learn not everything that you can learn in college. Obviously, you get advantages of having a professor talking to you,
doing labs, whatever.
Yeah, and there's experiments that they set up to you that is nice and shit. But that's not. You can learn a lot for free.
Yeah.
By just being a citizzen of a city.
Yeah.
And going to the library.
People do not take advantage of the things that are put before them. I will tell you, like some of the most thorough and like smart people because of reading are ex-prisoners.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. I have an uncle who's in prison, and I don't talk to him often, but he's been in prison his whole life, like since he was a kid, juvie, at the whole nine.
Yeah.
But when you talk to him, he has so much retained information. Like he knows how to read Braille. He knows how to read Braille because he spent 30 years in prison, but he knows how to read Braille. He knows, I mean, they give him so many skills. And then it's like, the thing is like, why don't you do that for all of us too? You know, like, why do we have to pay so much for college? I'm on Team Bernie with that. Like, honestly, I feel like college, I think a 2-year
community college
free.
You pay for 12 years of me to go to, we just talked about this the other day, me and Noah.
Yeah.
You pay for me to go to school for 12 years. Just give me 2 more years.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily make sense.
No, it doesn't.
There's no argument for against it besides the fact that college makes tons of money off of young kids signing their life away. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's like people. Oh my God! I mean,
because when you're 17, like a lot of seniors are 17 when they graduate.
I was 17.
My birthday's in July.
Yeah. Same.
So I was like, I'm 17 years old and I have to pick what the fuck I have to do with my life.
For the rest of my life.
I don't even know what I want to do tomorrow. You know?
I was terrified.
It's so ridiculous to put that pressure on people. Like if my kid came to me after high school and was like, I need to take a year just to figure out this.
I did that.
Yeah. I need to take a year. I would be like, hell yeah. Take a year, get a job.
Go explore.
Get a
job. Get out there in the workforce and learn and learn how to earn your keep a little bit.
I also think that having a job in high school is a very important thing.
Me too.
Yeah,
I got like my first. I obviously always worked for my parents. I was blessed to have parents that owned a business. So
right.
I worked with them since I was a kid. Like they would pay me
I
nothing.
do have to say too.
What's that?
I think you are very, very humble with that, because honestly, you have told me how grateful you are for your parents like 4 times today, and I really appreciate that as a parent.
Yeah, it's so
like if my
dope.
kid talked about me like how you're talking about your parents and how you appreciate them, I would be proud.
I don't have a choice. Like they just do so much for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but you could be the type of person that you don't even negate all that.
You could be a shit about it.
Yeah, and you could negate all that, and you could say, "Oh, I did everything on my own." You know what I'm saying? It's like, or whatever.
My dad owns the Reptarium. You know what I mean?
You never know.
You could be a dick about it, and you're not.
True.
You're very humble and sweet, and like I would not even have imagined that like you had this podcast or anything when I first met you, because you were just like, "Hi, how are you?" Like you were funny. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
So appreciate you for that.
It's just an effort thing. Like, you know, I try to do that stuff because I think it's important. Like. To have those values and ethics as a human, like it's very important to me.
It's respect, and it's being humble, and
that shit goes a long way, baby.
It does. It goes a long fucking way.
I agree, and that's why I try to practice it as much as possible.
Yeah. Disrespectful shit needs to be frowned upon a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a lot of people in the last few months, you know, have little disrespect moments with me. Sure. And it's just like, you know, I'm going to let that slide, you know, but trust.
Yeah.
Next time, you know, I'm going to say something to you. We're going to have a problem.
I always just feel like, I know it's kind of, it's a cliche thing. It gets said a lot, but like the high road, that whole thing, it's a wonderful feeling. If it really is, like, it makes you feel fuller inside.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm the one that took the high road.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know. I've been obsessed with trying to just develop my character, myself, and try to just be good. Dude.
Be the best you can be.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? At 21, you seem to know yourself a lot more than like I did even at 38. You know?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, you got an old soul about you.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
I definitely will throw some of that towards mushrooms.
Except you totally need to watch Malibu's Most Wanted.
I need to do that.
Yeah, it'll really make you grow as a human.
You'll love
I'll
it.
watch that.
You're gonna love
I
it.
wouldn't be me today if it wasn't for that movie.
That movie's so great.
Have you ever done psychedelics?
I did mushrooms when I was 19, and I went to Windsor to clubs.
Yeah.
Like a dumbass.
Yeah, that seems not fun.
And I wanted to murder the guy I was dating at the time and his friends. And I went and sat in the car and waited till we went home.
It doesn't
sound like a fun time.
No, it
when
wasn't.
you do it right, it can really be really introspective and like can help you pick apart stuff about yourself. Like, like it gets those, like when we have a idea of a joke, right? And it's kind of just like pop. And it's there. It's just like that. But about yourself as a human.
So like when you do them, where do you do them? Because I've been told you need to be outdoors in the woods. We had this discussion before.
It's arguable, and it definitely depends on the dosage
and the person too.
If you are on too much, you don't want to be outdoors.
Okay.
But if you're on, a mediocre amount, it's not going to be as heavy. So being outdoors will be very pleasant.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're not seeing the universe like these crazy different.
But if you're like afraid of bugs and like the forest, probably don't go outside in the woods.
Right,
like go where you're comfortable, you know?
Okay.
Like just in a house is great.
Stay away from bad vibe people.
Yeah.
That shit.
Oh my God, that is very important.
That is the most important thing I'll ever tell you. It'll ruin your life.
That's why I think it was a whole bad time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
If they
that and all the lights,
you sense it. You sense that vibe from a mile away, dude.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on something sensitive like psychedelic.
Yeah.
Like, I always, my best trip was I was with my cousin, and me and my cousin like it's like homo shit. Like that's how much.
They're tight as shit.
That's how much we love each other. Like we're gay as fuck.
Right.
and
Yeah.
so like when we were together, we were watching an NBA game.
Okay.
And we were rooting for the team we hate sober.
Okay.
That's how like the mushrooms affect us. We were like, yeah, like we were just like so lovey-dovey and like,
oh my God,
just
that's
like
so funny.
It was just a beautiful moment.
Like, yeah. we're fucking gay.
Yeah,
Gay shit.
Kissing and shit.
It was awesome, man. Shrooms is sick.
Man.
All right, so we have to hit a couple super chats.
Okay.
And then my friend,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
friend and fellow producer Jay, he's
Jay.
got a lot of work to do, so we gotta wrap this podcast up real quick.
I got a show.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hit these super chats and then get
do this.
going.
So Brian threw 2 super chats out.
Awesome,
He
Brian.
says he was diagnosed with epilepsy, so he can't travel to the reptarium. Is there
Damn.
any way you or your father could send me something to upload my spirits?
Yeah, just send me a DM on Instagram.
We'll figure something out.
Barczyk Noah. And
We'll
then
send Noah. I think we should just send this guy a bottle of cum.
a bottle of cum.
Oh, he didn't
Yeah.
specify. You're so right. Stephanie, you're smart.
I'll do a bottle discharge.
You need help,
for him.
Noah?
Yeah.
No, I just had to pee.
Oh, because I'll come in there and jerk you.
And I coughed, and then my bladder almost exploded.
Oh shit!
So,
Damn, you're like a woman.
yeah.
Old man,
that's
remember?
awesome. Old man.
Old man Noah.
Mama Tomsky says, "Hey Jay, Stephanie, and Noah knows love from your mud. I guess she says do beats, guys.
Well,
Nice.
thank you so much. I
We'll get there.
appreciate the support.
Amber says, "Hey Noah, Jay, and Stephanie, this chick is awesome."
I agree.
You are
That's
awesome.
our fellow friend Amber.
Love
Jones.
you,
We
Amber.
love Amber.
Dank Jay, and now Dank Jay was he's been gone for a bit, so he's back.
Hey, welcome back, Jay.
And he says, much love, people. This is awesome, Noah. This is real life, no BS.
life.
Smile at everyone and see the reactions. Jay, you rock too.
Real
Appreciate
shit.
you.
Does
Man.
Dank Jay have the loud weed or what?
I hope so.
Dank Day. Yeah, he does. He
Okay.
always
Dank Day.
offers me. I think he's
Dank
in,
Day.
That's it, no.
Dank
Dank
Day.
Day.
I think he's in Oregon or something.
Yeah.
Don't
Something
cancel
like
me
that.
for that. That was just me being me.
No, you're good.
Do you have anything else that you would like to shout out? I'm talking Facebook, Instagram.
Okay,
Podcast.
so
Podcast.
podcast is sanctioned by Stephanie. If you guys listen to that, I get paid because I have an ad on there. So hey, hook it up.
Hell yeah.
Mama needs some money. We're going to the poorhouse.
yeah, girl.
So, also, you can hit up Sanctioned by Stephanie's page on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you want to see me on Facebook, it's Stephanie Ann. It's Stephanie with an F.
Yep.
Yep.
Just as it's spelled in the title.
The F is for fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we
Because
fuck.
we fuck.
Because we be
'Cause
fucking.
we be fucking with
Yes,
Stephanie. And then let's see. My Instagram needs a lot of love. I have
Show
no
it.
love on Instagram. Sanctioned by Stephanie and the Downriver Diva on Instagram.
And I'll put those links in the description.
Absolutely,
of course,
absolutely.
so just
And
go
then
there.
Dooley's on first and third Tuesdays of every month in Roseville. I'm hosting that. New Dodge Lounge every Friday, Fuckery
Yeah.
Friday. I got a show in Flint, Burton, Michigan, near Flint next week with the Mark Bonto at Captain's Quarters. And I'm doing a weed show in Alpena. If
Oh,
there's
hell yeah, I'll come to
What
that.
is that? What do you
it's
mean?
up in Alpena, I think.
I'll come to that.
It's like 5 hours away.
That's fine.
That sounds
It's like
good
a
to
whole.
me.
The Knucklehead show is going.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
2 shows that night. You got Mylan Strohmile, you got Justin DeVozo, you got Big Kev,
Hell yeah.
me, Christy Kinney,
Fuck
Chef
yeah.
Bullet, Wayne Robbins, and Adam is going to be there too. And I'm trying to think
Nice.
I think there might be one more person. I
Yeah,
can't think
check
of.
it out.
That's going to be cool if
Awesome.
you're out there. I got so much stuff happening. It's crazy, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
and you know, last minute people will call me. I'm reliable. I show up.
There you
So
go. That's a huge part. Showing up early is
Yeah.
that shows mad respect. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. If you enjoyed, just smash the like button for us.
Give some
Follow
love.
us on all the platforms you can. Thank you so much for coming.
Love
out,
you,
Stephanie.
Noah.
Love you too. It's
love
been
you,
a great
Jay.
Love you too, Steph. That
We're
was
new
awesome.
best friends.
Some
I-
more
you know it.
experience. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Peace.
Peace.
Ooh, I got pissed.